prayer today is, O God of creation, you have blessed us with the changing of the seasons. Remind us of the wonder of your creation. Remind us that it is you who give us the breath that we live. Amen.
Amen.
Maintenance department.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Susan Fox, Mutual Budget Officer from the We are requesting that the board approve and execute the service agreement with Shuck Electric to perform and replace the Generac generator that is currently in place at the Chardon Tower site. There's a description in the exhibit A in the contract and any other services that are needed by the director. Effective September 13th today for a period of 1 year in an amount not to exceed $15,000.
So second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ford?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning. Morning. Okay, today's financials include a cash transfer from the general fund to the Victim Witness Assistance Fund to provide resources needed due to cuts in state funding. On the encumbrances, our encumbrance encumbrance increase from the Commissioner's Office for Myers, Roman, Friedberg, and Lewis. And we originally opened this up for $100 and until all the funds could be moved in order to increase the amount to the amount on the engagement letter. So among the vouchers are $6,757.50 from the Auditor's Office to Appraisal Research Corporation for work performed to investigate lowering the value of properties in the Berkshire Heights subdivision in order to offset assessments for the construction of their new sewer system. $28,169 from the Commissioner's Office to MD5 for owner representative services related to the construction of the new office building and Phase 2 projects. $374,857.25 from the Engineer's Office to Roniak Paving Incorporated to pay for asphalt resurfacing of Auburn Road sections N through O. $174,140.98 from the Engineer's Office to Grade Line Incorporated for payment number 1 for the Munn Road Bridge Replacement Project, and $140,049 from the Sheriff's Office to Motorola Solutions Incorporated for trunk 800 megahertz radio service and support, and that was $138,474 last year. And finally, a revenue certification from the Commissioner's Office for unanticipated sales tax, rent and sale of real estate refunds and reimbursements, sale of personal property, and hospitalization and insurance revenues in 2022.
Make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner Ford?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning, Jeremy. Hey. Morning, sir.
Item 3 on the agenda, the Engineer's Office is requesting the board approve and execute change order number 1, increasing the contract with Spring Valley Paving Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Judge Street, County Highway 0046, sections F and G, in Burke and Trey Township, in the amount of $9,957.20. This will be the final change order to allow us to pay the rest of the invoice.
Great. I'll make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ford?
Yes.
And item 4, County Engineer's Office requesting the board approve and execute change order number 2, final, decreasing the contract with Terrace Construction Incorporated for the Washington Street and Haskins Road Signal project in Bainbridge Township in the amount of $663.14.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Ford?
Yes.
Ma'am?
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. Morning.
Two things on the agenda today. The first is a contract with Ace Electric. We are making temporary plans to relocate from the Ravenwood building next door. We've been renting from Ravenwood It's getting very costly. So as we're working on plans to construct a new senior center, we need a temporary house. So for 70, Building 8 will be our temporary house while we work on the construction of the senior center. So in order to run our food operations, we need to convert the electric from 480 to 208 three-phase for our ovens. So this is a contract with an electrician to do that work for us.
Okay. What's the time frame on that temporary situation?
Well, Jerry and I, we've been meeting with that design back and forth, and also some potential funding opportunities with the senior center. So I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 months, we have a plan that can start moving forward.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
The second item is we were able to get a grant approved through Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging to start funding our Alzheimer's program. It's a very small award, but it gets our foot in the door. So we will provide $8,787 to go toward our Alzheimer's program at the MSI building.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier. Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you.
Good morning.
Morning.
The first one that we have on is to, you guys to approve the addendum to the agreement with MRDD. We have an agreement for up to $52,000 for them to pay us to go to do some of their transportation, and we hit that limit, so they want it up into $104,000. So it's just to get more money for us.
Alrighty, sounds good. I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
Right, the second thing is, and addendum with ODOT again, this is for the 2 buses that were done at 80/20, so the 4 buses were done 100%, we did a CAT contract and it's extended it. This one has been extended from 2021, it's now going to 22 because the buses haven't come in yet, so they're just extending the deadline of when they're getting the buses. So dollar amount, nothing changes, it's just extending the time of when we receive the buses.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Aye.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
Just some information about buses for you guys, because I've been doing that research, trying to figure out where and how we can get
Yeah.
things. Just because we do a Bennett Lake Trail, I've talked to Ben quite a bit, and I finally talked to his mechanic yesterday/today, he sent me an email. The 3 best buses they're getting rid of, because they're getting rid of them now, but he gave me the 3 best options. I have a really long list on all of them. To repair them would be, and my guess, just from looking at these, minimum of 10,000 up to 20,000 to repair them. They all have 245,000 miles on them. I really don't think that's really much of an option.
How many are there?
These are his 3 best ones.
Oh, 3, yeah.
And each one, the one is like, got all kinds of computer different, and like, that was like, just like, something that I went, oh, I don't know.
No, we don't want to buy a headache. Yeah.
But these other 2 aren't much better. There's some DEF problems and differential problems, and the one black smoke, and the other one has coolant leaks. So like, all of these are a minimum of 10,000 just to get them fixable, and that's just from what I know without actually, once you get into a job, how much worse it's going to be.
And those have how many miles an hour?
225,000. So in my eyes, these aren't even an option that are there. I just want to let you guys know that that was what I found from anybody. I called a couple other counties and agencies, and they're not even getting rid of them. They're like us going, yeah, no, we're trying to, we can't hold on. But Ben had a few, so I was just glad he at least gave me the information.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. I was glad he gave me the information.
And if we had those buses, we'd be getting rid of them too.
It's a headache.
Correct, they're
yeah.
ones that, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason he's getting rid of them, and it
Yeah.
makes sense. But I was just glad that he at least
Communicate with them.
communicated
That's-
and gave
yeah,
me the
good.
best of his options. And
Yeah, they're very helpful. Yeah.
they're very helpful. I mean, to me, that was very nice. I mean, he didn't have to go through writing up what was wrong and what's going on. He could have just said, here you go.
Mhm.
But his mechanic has been very good and open and honest as to what needs to be done.
Have you found any other options?
There's one that I found in Reno Reels Auto, right there in Chardon. It's a
Okay.
6 in
Auburn.
Auburn. Yeah, like, oh, where's that at? He has a bus that he bought at an auction from PA. He was great. I went down, I grabbed my mechanic, we went down, we looked at it. He allowed us to bring it back, pulled it up on our lift. It's actually cleaner than any of my buses. any of my buses, it's
Mhm.
cleaner, because it's from PA where they don't have the brine, it's just not there.
Same.
So he's selling it for $20,084, yeah, is what it would be out the door to us. It needs an air conditioner, but that's a common thing, so that could be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, but that's, my buses every other year need an air conditioner, so that's, to me, not even an issue, because that's a common thing. The rest of the stuff that we looked at, I would say under $2,500, I can get it to where we
How
would
how many
find
miles are on that one?
53,000
Oh, wow.
something.
And
53,000.
what year's that one?
2014. So
Okay.
it's older, but it's only got, I don't know, it's 53,000 something.
And what was it doing before? What was it?
It was from like an assisted senior living
Oh, okay.
place. It actually only has 4 of the bench seats instead of 6 of the bench seats, so I can only put 8 instead of 12, which is not a huge deal. But all their seats fold up. They must have been using it for wheelchairs because there's like 5 wheelchair slots in there, so they were taking their seniors to medical appointments and things.
Would you have to get a deep paint, decal?
It's white,
Yeah.
so my thought would be just for right now to get a decal up on the front that just says transit, public transit, so that I'm in conformation with the ODOT regs, and I have to say public transportation on it. Get the mechanic to do the couple things, like there's one, he says it probably needs, some rear brakes. He goes, I hear a little squeak in it, but not enough to make a difference. There's minor rust, he'll have to fix up a couple things, like the latch on the back.
And you've already inspected it and everything?
Yeah, he let us bring it down and we pulled it up and we
Okay,
spent a
okay.
couple hours under it and around it. We were like honestly beating underneath it with a stick, trying to see if it was rotted through on the floor, because I was worried about the floor. There's less rust on it than any of my
Well, the
buses.
53,000, it shouldn't be too bad. right?
No.
Correct. I mean, so it is a 2014, but it's only got 53,000
That's
miles.
nothing,
So
yeah.
compared to everything else I found, this is like the best thing
Yeah,
I've
I
seen in the
get,
entire
see,
world.
get that locked.
So can we move forward to just make a motion to give her the authorization to enter into an agreement?
Yes.
So I'll make a motion to give you the authorization to enter into an agreement, and then just next meeting, we'll just finalize it.
Okay, I'll second that.
Appreciate it very much.
Okay, Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Henry.
Yes.
And Commissioner Warren.
Absolutely, yes.
Good.
And one other thing, just so you guys are aware of, I just got my 2023 award grant amounts, and it's 200,000 less than what we had this year. It's less state funding, it's not the other stuff, but the state funding is the stuff I don't have to match, but that's the extra, they gave us an extra 200,000 this year out of just local state money they had. So my budget this next year, I will have $200,000 less in my budget, just an FYI.
And and that's the thing, they're throwing so much money away in other things, and it's, I don't know, it's crazy.
Well, I've asked for a review as to why, but I'm gonna guess that they're just, part of the reasons are, they keep telling me that I need to find my own local share.
Right.
And that's what that, I mean, they're giving me 200,000 in state, so it's not that they're not giving me anything, but the additional 200,000 they gave me this year, they're not giving us next year, so they're giving us just the 200 in state.
Is that because you didn't spend as much as you?
No.
No.
It has nothing to do with spending, it has to do with how much money they have
Okay.
available, and they want all the transit agencies to come up with their own local share. But they had extra money last year, because the 200,000 was an addition, so it was like a bonus. It's going away.
Mhm.
So I just received that email as well, so I don't have much more information than that, other than I just received that email, so I just wanted to pass it along.
Mhm.
Are they changing their rules on what they consider to be local funds that don't affect your state funds? Yeah, I know we've gone back and forth a number of times about options, and we
They
can't do
don't-
it because it's.
Right, they're not acceptable.
Right.
I mean, I'm not sure what else. The problem is we don't have, well, we have a local VA office. They don't transport within the county most of the time. Most of the time, they're going out. So they say we'll contract with them and take them to the appointments. Like Lake Tran and Medina has a big, huge JFS
Mhm.
and VA contract because they have a lot of places they take them in their county.
Mhm.
for ours in our county. I mean, our JFS is separated as well, it's a very small contract. And, I mean, my MRGP, it's my good one, it's getting better.
Have you had any other further discussion with Lake County, related to the talks we were having?
Yeah, we just had another brief meeting. I was going to talk to Jerry about doing, I don't know if it's an executive session or something, because our life has some more findings I'd like to go over the three of you guys, just to let you know where they're standing. And I think October 13th, because they're putting their report together by the end of this month. So I was hoping to then pass out to you guys as soon as we get that. Because I think October 10th is a holiday, so I figured October 11th there's no session. So I figured October 13th would be the next one after that. So I was going to talk to Jerry afterwards to see if there's something on schedule somewhere so that you guys can get the information that I'm supposed to get by the end of the month.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a challenge.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay, Water Resources, let's see, we are doing a contract maintenance form number 2, increasing the contract with Auburn Fence Corporation. We have a 3-year contract with them already. We just want to do an increase to help with the furnishing and installation of fences and gate at the McFarland wastewater treatment plant. The addition is $20,000, so there's a new 3-year contract total of $34,700.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Ford.
Yes, with a couple questions. Now, is that the only plant that has gates where you can make that totally secure?
All of our plants are fenced and gated.
Okay. But this is like deferred maintenance for a while, that it's needed defense and...
Yeah, this one, the entire plant was not fenced in, just the portion that was towards the general public, because you got the river on the other side. We're gonna finish the fence and then upgrade the gate. But it's 20, that one also is manned 24 hours, so there's always somebody there. It's not, unlike our other plants where there's a lot of time where nobody's there.
Will that gate have a key or some kind of unlocking mechanism for the workers to get in and out?
Let's see what the quote says.
Most of them have an opener.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah, I was
maintenance
gonna
trucks
say,
have
there's,
a garage,
They don't have an opener, so.
Oh, like a button.
Yeah, the remotes. Yeah, there's 10 remotes that are part of the quote, so that they can actually work there.
So you have 10 employees in? Or
No, not that,
Yeah.
it's the supervisors probably will each get one of the employees that work there.
And there will be one in our tanker truck. We need to get in and out of there on a regular basis, and a couple of the general trucks that are down there that will be going out.
So it's like a garage door opener,
It's a garage door.
gate opener. Yeah.
Thank you. Morning, Kelly.
Good morning. And the 10 Commissioner's Office is requesting the board to approve and authorize the purchase of one HP ProBook laptop for the Transit Department's wellness program using Setco Wellness Grant funds in the amount of $1,025. This is a replacement of the current wellness laptop that they have. It's utilized a lot.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Ford.
Yes.
Our next item is requesting authorize the purchase of 2 freestanding patio umbrellas for the use of employee outdoor seating area at our new office here on Raymond Drive, with the use of the Setco Wellness Grant funds as well, not to exceed $1,500.
Are these decent quality that we're not going to be replacing them?
Right. I had given an example of ones that I had found that said they were of good quality.
Yeah.
They're good, okay.
Make the motion.
Okay, second.
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Aye.
Commissioner Ford.
Yes. Now, the grant fund, will that absorb the $1,500?
I have a lot of, I think, $1,000 of grant funds left to spend.
Okay.
Some other ideas?
So my other ideas, yes.
Okay.
We have some more regular everyday program stuff that we're doing purchasing,
Okay.
but these are the bigger ticket items. just things that need replaced or to enhance that.
And the umbrellas are detachable to put away for the winter and things like that?
Right, they are collapsible and fold up, and I talked to planning maintenance and removing them and managing care.
Good.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, people were being able to enjoy the outdoors for their lunch hour, but they were sitting in the baking hot sun all day,
Right.
for lunch, so this will be nice. They can still be outside and get out of the sun a little bit. Yeah, good. Good idea.
And the next one is we're requesting for Journey Incorporated vaccines, to administer a vaccination flu shot clip.
Okay.
So move something.
Or so that'll be done here.
Done here,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so
Okay.
use the same first thing we not here for.
Okay. All right, second.
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Adam, do you have a report or anything from the health
Sure.
board?
Two quick things. Tomorrow night, we're having the HVAC meeting to appoint hopefully a new board member. Eddie Levan had resigned about a month and a half ago or two. And then also, we did finalize a contract with the Ohio EPA and the governor's office to help drill new wells in Parkman due to some of the contamination of their aquifer.
Okay.
So the first layout of the grant's $300,000. And we signed that, got it back to them, hoping to get a response today with the executed contract. It's on to get the appropriations changed at the budget commission tomorrow, and then we can start rolling forward drilling. I think there's 8 pre-approved wells, and then we have some additional wells we can drill as well.
Nice.
And our team will start doing that testing pretty much immediately as soon as it's approved. So one of those cases where we're able to work with the EPA and get that going, so we'll help these citizens that are having a really tough time getting drinking water. They don't drink water right now. So we're doing that. Hopefully it'll help out some of the residents' apartment.
Adam, are they going real deep on those? Is that the idea?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
go below?
Yeah, there's 2 aquifers in Parkland, just in that area. The first one is 100 some feet down, and the second one that we're gonna have to drill down to is about 300 something. So they're have to use probably roto drills. That's the one thing that'll be down there probably for a day or so. Hammer drills will take a couple of days to do that. So we're gonna put that out and see the well drillers in the area. There's not gonna be left in Geauga, but see who wants to bid on that and get it going so we can drill these fast. The EPA, as much as they're frustrating sometimes, pretty much everything we want it done tomorrow. So they're helping us expedite almost everything. So it's been great for us.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Will there be any situations where they have a casing, whether it be 6 inches or I've seen sometimes 8 inches, where they can drill inside the old casing just to go down to the second aquifer?
We don't know that yet. My understanding is probably have to drill new wells. We've talked about double casing them. We just haven't gotten a direct answer yet if it's double casing or not. The original expectation was only double case, but we're kind of a little worried that we probably should double case. So we're kind of having a discussion now as if we need to double case it. So
Is it the casing, is it going to be plastic or PVC?
we don't know yet. I mean, our hope is concrete. That's one of the things that, in that case is almost impenetrable. So in that specific case. Yeah, and I'll be down at Columbus Thursday, Friday. I'm leaving after the HVAC tomorrow night at 10 or 9 o'clock or so. We'll talk to the state down there about some of this as well and try to see what they're able to help with. So the goal is to maximize the impact for the residents.
Thanks.
Jerry? Clerk? Public comment? Go ahead.
Gail Rusi, Laker Women Voters. I did not quite understand whether there's going to be a new senior center at 470 Center Street, or what is I was confused. Office on Aging presentation.
What will happen in the buildings at 470, Building 8, they're going to utilize as a temporary senior center until we can build a new senior center out here.
Just Building 8?
Yes.
The whole building, not that one room.
Basically, what was the health district's offices and the big conference room will become the senior center.
Bill Howard. What's the building over here at the Department of Aging has underneath Ravenwood? Department of Aging has a building for older people,
That's
or
the current
office,
senior
right
center.
over
Yeah,
there.
that's the
They're
current
They're
senior
renting
center.
it. What-
That building is owned by Ravenwood.
How
and
long
they're
are they gonna
renting
be
that
there?
Space until we can get once the upgrades of building 8 are done, which included the electric that was approved today, then they'll open that and then they'll be out of this building.
How long are they gonna be over there at the old building 8?
That is unknown at this point, until we are working with the architects on getting a new design and getting construction, but until we get to that point of actually having a final design and beginning construction, we don't know exactly when that date is. We're hoping within the year.
Thank you.
Time to adjourn.
We should start it on
Commissioner Lennon?
the dates that they decided where they're going to. Yeah, it's going to be better for you. You can have it.